Knicks family, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the Cuzzo, Rick the Ruler. How you doing, family?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Same old, same old. That's good. That's good. And I'm also here with my boy, Joe, from the Frozen Envelope on Facebook. Come over and join the group chat. I mean, the group. And if you're cool enough, we'll accept you. And I'm like one of the guys that'll let you in. So if you don't act right, I might just hit that deny button. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Joe, how you feeling, bro?
I feel good, and I'm famous for hitting that deny button. So, I mean, if I see some, but hey, when I screen you, if I see some net stuff on your page, you know what I mean.
Oh boy!
What is New
So
York?
make sure you scrub your page before you hit that button.
Listen, Harry definitely hit me with that, and he never lets me forget about the day he saw me wearing the Nets fitted. That Dre bought me, by the way. So if you ever see
Dre set you up.
He set me up. Now, if you ever see a picture of me floating around with a Nets fitted on, just realize that I had nothing else to wear that day. All right. So,
but didn't y'all go to a Nets game too? Nah,
yeah, we went to a Nets game that day, but it was free ticket. No, it wasn't a Nets game. It was actually a Nets practice. Because it was like one of the open runs that they had. It was a Nets open run that Janae, because she worked for Barclays, so she got us tickets. A lot of information y'all don't need. Anyway, I'm not a Nets fan. Don't come at me like that, because you're not gonna like it. Only my family can make jokes about that. But anyway, Knicks. They beat the Spurs 111 to 96. That was terrible. Yeah, man, it was a pretty good game from the start. There was some ebbs and flows, there was some ups and downs there. But there was one constant all game for once, and that was RJ Barrett. But we'll get into that. Hold on. Shout out to the chat. Toon got in here early and he hit us with a nice one, 2 points in 33 minutes. That's all I gotta say. Boy. It's gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna be one of those nights.
Stop it. We won by 15. Stop it, Toon.
15 points. 15
Behave
points.
yourself. Behave yourself, Toon.
So yeah, man. Let's get some stats up on the screen, see what we got. RJ, so yeah, we can start with RJ, of course. RJ had a huge, tremendous game tonight. 4 for 5 from the free throw line, 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, and 12 for 20 from the field, leaving him with 31 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. But the game just looked a lot better than the numbers will say. You know what I mean? He was just effective. He had the ball in his hands. He was able to create what we've been wanting RJ to do all of this time. It's as Evan said after the Celtics game, the first one of the last two that we played, we got to find a way to get everybody the ball so that everyone can be productive. You know what I mean? So that these kind of games can happen more often. And this was one of the nights where the ball was in RJ's hands, and he had it going. So the team just had to keep going through him, and that's something that I didn't think Tibbs would do, because he hasn't done it much, where he would go through RJ for the entire game. And that's literally what he did. He rode the hot hand. That's what you're supposed to do as a coach. But not only did he ride the hot hand, he actually let him play make. And he had those 4 assists. It was only 4 assists, but they were very good assists. He might have had 6 or 7 out there if they would have made the passes that he could, that he connected on with them. But Rick, what you see from RJ out there tonight?
He was on fire. Like, anytime a player plays like this, it just reminds me of NBA Jam, like, where you just can't miss. Like, he played well. I felt like his vision, his court vision, was just like on. He put the binoculars on for real, and just some of the passes that he made and some of the moves that he did, it was just like perfect. Shows growth.
The cockles. He was on fire tonight. Joe, what you see from RJ?
I mean, I seen him finishing at the rim, right? Because we see him get there, but I seen him finishing at the rim. Actually, the last few games, he's been ferocious, like trying to dunk on people and all kinds of craziness. I haven't seen nobody try to throw him a lob since his rookie year, honestly, because I can't remember anybody throwing him on a lob last year at all. I remember him catching. I remember he caught several lobs his rookie year, but I don't remember him catching any last year. He should have caught that lob, but old buddy decided that he wanted to try to
walk up
slide up
under him.
under him, and he got
Yeah,
away with it too.
and he got away with it. I really wish they would have, because it would have vindicated him a little bit, because I'm sure RJ felt like he was cheated out of that. And if they'd have blew the whistle, he wouldn't have been as mad. But
Yo, you didn't see the one when the dude bridged Mitch
nah,
on a lob. RJ threw a lob to Mitch, and the dude got under Mitch.
Oh
And
yeah.
RJ's face.
nah.
I didn't see RJ. No, I didn't see him.
They called a foul, but RJ's face was like,
Like, yo, come on.
like you better let this slide again, yo.
Yeah, RJ was on them tonight, man. He was definitely on them tonight.
Yeah, he was terrific, man, on both ends too.
On both ends. On both ends.
Check who's in the chat. She must have heard her name.
Who? Oh, Big Sis. Shout out Big Sis. We were talking about you when we went to they were getting at me because I had a Nets hat on and we went to the Barclays open run game. You know what I'm saying? But you got us the tickets, and I was just trying to show love that you had got us the tickets. You showing love to us. That's it. But anyway, shout out to my Big Sis in the chat. You know what I'm saying? She came through to show some love today.
Shout out to Big Sis.
Shout out to Big Sis. Times 5.
Yeah.
Times 5. Inside joke. Inside joke. Inside love.
And with RJ, is the thing that's really impressive is it's left hand, bro. It's right hand. It's finishing off the wrong foot.
Right.
It's floaters now. The float game.
Floaters.
What is going on?
And he took a couple of mid range.
Mm-hmm. Catching the ball in the post. Like he was in his bag, man.
Mm-hmm.
RJ is starting to get to that point where I think it's clicked for him, because he's a completely different player than he was like 2 weeks ago.
I hope so, because but this is the thing though, bro. Like we seen him literally fade in and out of seasons.
That's
like he'll have like these 2 week runs where he is incredible. Right. And then it's just like, what happened to this guy? Yeah?
Well, I think like I always say, I think it has a lot to do with how much he has the ball in his hands. And he doesn't like we said, tonight, he actually got a chance to run the offense. And it was weird. Like I'm sitting here watching Julius in the corner and I'm cringing. Like is Julius okay over there? Like he looked like he's not really like, but Julius, he didn't have his shoulders, he wasn't shrugging his shoulders. He wasn't, his body language wasn't bad. But like Joe mentioned, I think a lot of that had to do with him coming out and saying shut the F up to the fans, and now he's just playing it cool now. It's more just like I don't want to get in trouble.
You know something else too?
What's up?
Like I think Quickly is, I know Tibbs likes him coming off the bench. I do too. Mm-hmm. But I think Quickly is the perfect type of point guard to play with RJ, because Quick don't really need the ball. Like he's good with the ball, but he don't really need it. So you could kind of let RJ be the guy that's running the show, that's coming off pick and roll. Right. And Quickly is lethal in catch and shoot situations. Mm-hmm. And he's comfortable in catch and shoot situations.
Yeah, he prefers it.
So I think that if we're gonna like build this roster and we believe that RJ is kind of a wing that could kind of create offense and for himself and others, we need a guard that's comfortable playing off the ball. A point guard, yeah.
Which is Quickly right now. And Quickly, shout out to Quickly. He had a hell of a game. But I mean, Quickly has been yanked in and out of the lineup. I would like to see him have an actual opportunity to be the starter. I don't think he's the starter just yet because I haven't seen it, but I would like for him to get that opportunity. We're never going to see what Quickly can be if he doesn't have the opportunity to play at that position. And the same thing with RJ. I was saying it all year and last year with RJ. If RJ doesn't get the ball, we're never going to see the potential. And then we're going to trade him. And then whoever we trade him to is going to put the ball in his hands. And there's going to be a freaking generational player. And everybody's going to be pissed off. Yeah. Because the Knicks did it again. No, what they didn't do was put the ball in his hands.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just think Quickly is in that position where he has to have, like, he got into a perfect situation with, unfortunately, Derrick Rose getting hurt and having to have surgery. And unfortunately, Kemba Walker being hurt and not being able to be on the court consistently. And now Quickly's starting, you know what I mean? Albeit next to Burks, but as you said, he doesn't have to be the primary ball handler in the lineups that he's in. which I think bodes well for like you said, his connection with RJ. If RJ is going to be the guy, if you're going to have a guard / wing that's going to be creating a lot of the offense, you have to have someone who's willing to play off ball and can actually shoot. Like Julius had someone last year who was his point guard who couldn't play off ball and couldn't shoot. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shout out to Julius for having the kind of season he had with that kind of thing going on. But you know what I mean? Like, but there was one thing I do notice about the way RJ gets his assists. And I think people will always look at the numbers and say, well, Julius gets more assists than RJ. And I would just argue back that RJ gets his assists more in the flow of the offense and the flow of the game than Julius does, because
I agree with that.
Julius creates his assists. Like he makes his assists happen.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
For instance, there was a play, and sometimes I don't think he notices he's making it hard for himself. There was a play earlier in the game, I think it was in the first quarter, where RJ was already having, I think he might have made 1 or 2 shots. So it wasn't like, yo, he's hot, feed him. You know what I'm saying? But he was open at the right hash. But in the corner was Evan Fournier. Julius Randle makes a beeline up the court in one of his, bull running kind of ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
He sprints right past the open RJ.
He runs straight to Fournier in the corner.
Straight to Fournier and sets a pick and gives him the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
I know exactly what you're talking about. But to his credit, Fournier had hit a few shots too.
He had, but he wasn't open. Like, I don't have a problem with you passing the ball to Fournier, but don't feed him when he's not open. And RJ's right there open.
But
you know what I'm saying? And it was a fast break.
He loves to shoot it.
See, and I get that. That's what we were saying last show. Like, he's going to look for the assist because he knows the shooter is going to knock it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if he's passing to RJ, RJ might not give me the assist. But the thing is that you might be overlooking the right play just to get an assist.
Because but
when you start doing that, you kind of have the Westbrook kind of syndrome. We don't want that.
He knows RJ. If he passes the ball to RJ is going to put the ball on the floor. He's going to try to make a move or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel like in his mind, the best play is to get it to the shooter, whether they're open or not. Because Fournier, he got a sidestep where he can elude the defense and
that's exactly that's the exact shot he took too.
Yeah. on that play.
It's the exact shot he took on that play, yeah.
He likes that.
He missed it. He missed it, by the way.
He missed it though, yeah.
But in his head, he's okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Shout out to the chat. I miss Big Sis. She's probably not here anymore. But shout out to my sister. She's showing us a whole bunch of love.
Word.
Look, showing the Cuzzo some love.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Joe. She doesn't know you like that, so she can't really.
It's all good. It's all good. Completely understand. I'm not family yet.
I'm not. Cut it out. Don't start that. Here we go. Toxic. Yo, Toxic. Shout out Toxic. He has some good stuff to say sometimes. But he said RJ and Randall go together, and that's funnier than it looks. It's a lot funnier than it looks, yo. It's a lot.
That's actually hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious. Oh man,
what's his name? Perkins was going in on the two of them, Tatum and Brown. He was just like, "Yo, it's time to split them up." Like he was very upset about the fact that
Celtics said they're not doing it.
Yeah, they said they're not going to trade either one of them. They're going to stick with them, which I think they should.
They
figure
should.
it out.
Yeah,
burn them out, bro.
Word is bond. I would force them to. They're too talented.
Burn them out, bro.
I force them to figure it out, and if they can't figure it out, oh well. But I'm not going to be the one. I'm not going to be the one to pull the plug.
Are you kidding me? Trading
You're not gonna tell me that I pulled the plug.
Word, bro. I was saying earlier. I said there's no way I have 2 pieces that everybody wants. Literally, I don't think there's a team in the league that'll turn down one or the both of them.
No, there isn't.
So if I'm the Celtics, trade. You got to be kidding me. I don't care what Jalen or Jason is asking for. Your ass is sitting right there. You're gonna make it work. I don't care. It's just like my 2 sons when it's not working. They'll listen. Work together. I'm not here to make it work. Y'all work together.
Right.
Y'all go ahead. Go in there and figure it out. And they usually go in there and figure it out. So you know what I'm saying?
But when I'm watching them though, man, I'm starting to think that Jalen has surpassed Jason, bro. And I don't think Jason likes that too much.
I don't think Jason likes it. But I do think Jalen's talent has surpassed Jason's. I don't think his what's that? It's his
Potential.
mojo. No, his mojo. You know, like when you get in that mode and it's like, yo, give me the ball in the fourth quarter. Let's
I
go
got
win
what
this
you're
game.
saying.
He doesn't have that yet. He has the talent, like by far. Jalen Brown is extremely talented. And I don't think people know that because I don't think he knows how to show it yet, which is another reason why I think they just let it play out and figure it out over there. Because if you trade that kid, that's what you're going to wake up. You're going to wake up that killer instinct. And then you're going to see him go off way more than he's ever off in
Yeah,
Boston. So if I was,
I'm not trading. I'm not trading them, bro.
I'm not trading. Crazy.
Shout out to the guy. Shout out to the guy who does, because
I'm sure that you'll find a bunch of Boston fans that'll trade either one or both of them, like I said, because they're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Godspeed to them, bro.
Godspeed, right? All right, so let's get into
back to New York.
Yeah, back to New York. Let's get back into New York. So the other big name tonight was Julius Randle. And
Let's
we
talk
talked
about it.
Yeah, we talked about the crowd antics and everything, but let's get into the numbers. 2 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line, 1 for 7 from the field, and 0 from 0 from the free throw line, which I think is clearly shows what was going on today. Just like the last time, he didn't score a lot of points. He's just not being aggressive. I think there was a reason behind it, as we alluded to, because of the shut the F up comments. He did not want, especially with the game that RJ was having. I wouldn't have wanted to been the one to piss that crowd off either. You kidding me? That wouldn't have been me.
Yeah, it's like I said, he read the room, bro.
He read the room, like you said. He read the room. He was like,
he read the room, yeah.
He was like, nah, not tonight. Nope. But he tried it, and he tried to just play the role. And you're damned if you do or if you don't, if you're Julius Randle.
Yeah, you really are, bro.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to hear something. Someone's gonna say, if Julius would have had a great game tonight and RJ would have had 19 points, do you know what they would have done to him? You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes he really can't do right, even by me.
But that's the heavy is the crown. Like the heavy is the head.
Heavy is the head. Yeah.
Any team that you go to in the NBA, the star player has that pressure every single night to make sure the entire team plays well as themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, but it's different here, bro. Come on, yeah.
It is different here.
Ricky, it's different here, bro.
It's only different here because New Yorkers are crazy, but it's the same pressure.
I don't think so,
it's
man.
Just New Yorkers, they say the wildest things.
Cause like, yo, I seen games, right? I literally just last week, the Knicks played a game. I think it was a Celtics game, the first game, the one the Knicks won on the RJ bank shot.
Right.
Yo, so if you remember in that game, Randall started 0 for 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he scored like he scored 7 of the last 8 points the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he went into the locker room like 2 for 7 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came out and he ended up shooting 8 for 20, which means that he was 8 for his last 15. Knicks went down 25 though, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody said to me, and I quote, bro, if Randall didn't take so long to start scoring, the Knicks would not have went down 25. Wow. Come on, bro.
They're gonna find something to say. They're gonna find.
Come on, bro. Are we serious here, man?
I mean, they're not wrong, but at the same time, why that angle?
Yeah, like why are you gonna go there?
Because it's like Apollo said, he's damned if he do, damned if he don't. Because if they would have scored, if he would have had 25 points and they would have still been down 25 points, they would have said they're down 25 because Julius is not passing the ball.
See, but the only thing I
And
want to
you know I'm right,
that's
bro.
facts. That's facts. That's
Yeah.
facts. But the only thing I'm gonna take out of what's going on with Julius is this is what I was scared of when it came to us bringing another star over to play with Julius, and people were asking, "Will it work with him?" Yeah, but what will it look like when it's working? Like, I hope this is not any indication of what it looks like when it's working when you're with Julius Randle. Where it's like, all right, you take turns, I take turn, you take turn, because that's literally what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The problem with Julius is like the problem I see with him in his game is like he don't really get his points like no other way, especially with his three ball not dropping this year.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if he don't have the ball in ISO situations, like he don't really score any other way.
nah,
He's
no,
not a great offensive rebounder.
damn, that sucks.
Like he he don't they don't put him in much like pick and roll where he's rolling to the basket,
Nope.
which I think is stupid because he's an outstanding finisher.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't put him in that situation much. So
There's only
most
one.
of
There's
his
only one Nick that sets a decent pick. So that may be the reason why.
Yeah, he
I
doesn't really
mean,
shoot.
but he ran, but him and Alfred Payton ran a lot of pick and roll in New Orleans, bro. So don't try to convince me that it can't be done.
It can be.
Yeah,
It can be.
done. It can be done.
If they train up Sims
And,
properly.
and he was an elite finisher before he came to New York. That guy
Yeah.
was every year he was 65% around the rim. And when he came to New York, the rim finishing started to decrease. But
Well,
he started hitting every jump shot like in sight, especially last year.
I mean, if you
And
look at
now this
why,
year,
okay,
well, yeah, well, we know why. We know why because the spacing was shit.
yeah,
Um,
which he had
but
on New Orleans with
yeah, well, outside of Peyton running point, he did have like some space out there
he
because
did
he
stay.
played five a lot in New Orleans too.
Exactly. So there was nobody around to really be in his
Yeah,
way. And
exactly.
even when Anthony Davis was healthy, Anthony Davis was playing five, or he was played like it was Anthony Davis is a big that's not going to crowd the paint. Doesn't matter what position he plays. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And he had a whole lot of lane in there. I mean, you give Julius, I think they're really going to trade Mitch, bro. Mitch is going to be gone. Like,
yeah,
unfortunately, that's probably what's going to happen.
yeah. I'm telling you, man. Like I heard Bulls fans, all the stuff that Knicks fans say about Julius Randle, I heard Bulls fans say about Zach LaVine.
I
Like
was
Oh yeah.
I
they're
know a
not
lot of Bulls fans. I know a lot of Bulls fans that hated Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
And Zach LaVine was putting up like legendary, like almost 50, 40, 90 numbers.
Mhm.
And they hated him.
empty stats. Yo,
Empty stats, empty stats. But
yo,
what happens
that's what they
when
were
they got
saying.
him
Yeah, they're like
when
empty
they got
stats.
him the proper help though,
Yeah.
the
Look what it turned
proper
into.
help,
The proper
right?
help.
Not just help, the proper help.
Proper
Right.
help.
Now look,
Mhm. See, but
they're
that's
top of the East.
like I was saying to Rick last show. It was the same thing with all of the Washington fans with Bradley Beal. Like they trash Bradley Beal. Like if you go on Washington Twitter, it's pretty bad. Like they talk about him the same way they talk about Julius Randle. So it's like you when you're the star that's not like a superstar.
Yeah.
If you like, that's the thing. When you're a superstar, you can bring whatever talent you have to wherever you need to go. Promise.
And that team is going to be good.
And that team's going to be good. But when you're not a superstar and you're just a star, you need other stars.
You
And you
need
to learn how to work.
need other guys, bro.
You need other
Exactly.
guys.
And
So
I truly believe Julius needs another, not Evan Fournier, but he needs like another guy, bro. Another guy who's like that guy. But that guy also has to fit in with everything.
That's the hard part. Yeah, that's the hard part.
all right. How easy is it going to be for let's honest question. Keeping everything together. How successful can RJ and Julius Randle be with both of them getting touches?
Man,
Don't like that. I don't like the response. I don't like the response.
Yeah, I can't call it just because of what I said. Like if Randle, I think honestly, this is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Everything comes down to Randle's 3-point shooting.
Right.
Randle has got to he's got to find whatever he had last year. He's got to refine that, bro. It doesn't have to be 41%,
He's
but
not
it
even
can't be.
hunting them no more like he used to.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he used to hunt. He used to like it's. It can't be 32% or whatever it is
Nah,
this year either. It's got to be in that 36 to 38%
at least,
range. If he could refine that magic, bro, I think that you could bring a guy in here and he'll be fine because he's gonna get open threes and he'll knock them down. Like, think about it. He got 2 wide open threes tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that if he knocked down those threes, that would have changed the entire course of his night. But he missed them both badly, and he was just like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do this no more.
But you see the
Actually,
hesitation in his shot. He lost his
yeah,
confidence in his shot.
yeah, he
because
really
it's
had.
not
He's
falling.
aiming it. He's
Yeah.
aiming it, bro.
I
He's
don't
aiming
know.
it. And you know what else? I think he puts in a lot of work, bro. Like
He does.
Right.
I hear people say stuff like, "Oh, he didn't work hard this summer."
Mm-hmm.
That dude is obsessed with
Yeah.
working, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So trust me, he worked.
Yeah.
But when you don't see the fruits of your labor, bro, like that's
It's tough.
discouraging.
Yeah,
It's
tough.
discouraging, man.
It's just to me, it's concerning because I my only concern with Julius Randle from last year, I said we clearly need more help. But would Julius, and it was clearly a fair question, would Julius work with someone else here? Not can he play next to someone? I think that's easy to say. But would he be able to still feel like okay? Like, I don't know the word it is, but he looks like he's uncomfortable when
Yes,
somebody else
if
is rocking.
if the Knicks bring in Brooke Lopez or Miles Turner, yes.
If what?
Real talk, bro. Because hear me out. I know that sounds crazy, right?
No,
But hear me out,
Lopez?
bro.
floor spacing.
He needs. I'm telling you,
He's a
bro.
floor spacer.
If you put this dude in pick and roll situations, especially since he's a capable 3-point shooter, if you put him in situations where you don't know if he's popping or rolling, like I'm telling you, bro,
Right, yeah,
like
yeah,
that'll
yeah.
change everything. But the role just isn't there with Mitch standing there.
Yeah, it's just, and this is why I've always said 3 guys who primarily get their buckets in the paint, it's just not gonna work. Out of 5 guys, you can't have a majority of the 5 trying to get their buckets in the paint and taking up most of their space in the paint. So, and this is kind of the issue that Melo had when Tyson Chandler was here, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, as successful as they were for a short time, there were some times where
Don't you mean
Melo,
Maury?
no,
Nah.
Tyson Chandler.
Carmelo?
Tyson Chandler?
Yeah. When he was here with him, because you know Tyson Chandler, what was he doing? He was waiting, he
Catching
was
lobs.
Yeah, he
catching
was
lobs. He was literally Mitch. He was an older Mitch.
knocking him back out.
Yeah, he was an older Mitch. He wasn't really standing at the mid range or further
But
out to give Melo some space. But he was a veteran, so he knew how to make it work.
The main difference though between Melo and Julius is Melo is elite.
I mean, I'm not comparing them.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about Mitch.
Yeah.
and
So it was always gonna kind of work because Melo is just so damn good.
Because he was,
you know what I mean?
Right.
But Julius is not in Melo's stratosphere.
Yo, because even on nights when Melo looks terrible, he's gonna give you 25. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna get that kind of game out of Julius. If Julius looks terrible, I guarantee he doesn't have 10. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, even still, you got to give him an opportunity to. And this is my thing. I might not love him as much as the Julius lover loves Julius. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do want him to be able to be productive if he's going to be playing for our team.
Yeah.
And if that means we got to move Mitch so that he can be productive, because where are we really going to move him unless somebody really wants Julius? Like, he's not going anywhere. That's the only reason why sometimes.
Talking about Julius.
Yeah.
Like, Julius not going nowhere.
He's not going anywhere. You might as well hammer down as soon as you can. Don't let's see what it looks like, because I think that's probably why they didn't extend Mitch over the summer.
The first place. Yeah.
Because they wanted to see what it looked like. They never really got a chance to see what it looked like with them.
Because of the injury, yeah.
Because of the injury. But now it's like, all right, we see what it's like. Mitch has games here and there, and I think that's a lot of the reason why they took him out of the starting lineup is because it just spacing just did not work.
Yeah.
Mitch
Mitch is I can't figure him out, man.
that player unfortunately is
Neither can he.
getting faded out of the league. That player, not Mitch, but that player. That
Yeah, but
style.
it doesn't have to be if you attack it the way we see him attack it some nights. You know what I mean? But like then he
Nah,
has other nights. He has other nights where it's just like, bro, did you feel like playing like those two Boston
Yeah,
games? The two
yeah.
Boston
no,
games, he didn't feel like it, bro.
no,
He
but it's
flat
not
out
even
didn't
that.
feel like it, yo.
It's not even that. Sometimes it's because whether he's feeling it or not, even if he's feeling it, like he could be on fire. But if he's on fire, where's Mitch going to be? In the
Nah, I get
paint.
what you're saying as
You know what
far
I'm
as him
saying?
probably hampering the offense a little bit.
Yeah,
But what
like
I'm saying is he has the ability to do so many other things that help a team, but he just doesn't do it every night, bro.
unfortunately, it's looking like the things that he can't do is the reason why he's not helping this team the way this team needs to be helped. Because he's not playing bad. It's just he's not. It's not.
Like he had that string, right? I think it was like 5 or 6 straight games.
Yeah,
We're
he
like,
looked
oh,
great.
he's figuring it out,
He's coming back.
right?
Yeah.
He's figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
He lost some of that weight. He clearly lost some of that weight too. Like you
Mhm.
could just look at him and see
Yeah.
he lost a lot of that weight, and he's getting back into form. And
Yeah.
then like you had the 2 straight games against Boston where just like, where's
Yeah.
this guy?
And I would have thought the way Robin Williams was playing that it would have
Like that
put
would
a battery in
motivate
his
him.
back. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
like
It was like he saw him. Was
Nope.
like, oh, you know how like
Yeah.
when the dog sticks their tail between their legs. That's what I felt like when he was watching Robin.
like I was watching Mitch. Like at some point I started to like key in on
Just
like what
watch
he was
Mitch.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen a couple of plays where he could have came over and probably got a weak side contest or weak side block. And
Mhm.
you're just like, I don't feel like it.
That's how he looked. So I mean,
Yo,
I hope that's what he was thinking.
I'm not even making that up
He
either.
does some
Like
weird stuff, bro.
I literally seen him just be like, I don't feel like it tonight, yo.
Yo, and it's weird, you can almost see him shrug his shoulders when he does
Yeah.
it. Like you
Yeah.
can literally look at him and he'd be like,
Yeah.
And
like
then
a
you see
slight
other
shrug.
and then there's like other nights where he's flying around.
Yo,
Yeah.
when he played
All over
against
the place.
the Pistons and he was like grabbing rebounds and stuffing it, I was just like, yo, where has this guy been? That's the guy I
Mitch-
wanted him to be.
Mitch has notoriously, and he's done this since his rookie season. He notoriously plays amazing versus the low teams, but guys with big centers and like the Jokic's and the Vucevic's and all of these guys, he disappears
Powers, yeah.
constantly. Every single, I don't remember him having a good game while one of those guys was on the court,
Mhm.
because
But like
he just kind of cowers in a way.
But if you look at the games against Atlanta, he always plays well against what's the guy's name?
Capella,
Capella.
does he?
He always, bro. Go back and just look, yo. He
might
always
play
plays well against Capella.
Yeah, I think he does play well against Capella.
I
But
think
even if-
because on is it defense? Randall usually picks him up. Not
Who,
Robinson.
Capella?
Yeah, Capella. Because it's like Capella, he's definitely like bigger than Robinson, and I think that's why a lot of people wanted him to put on weight. The same way Robin Williams is a little bit bigger than him, but he's taller than both of them.
Yeah.
And his length, he should just use what he has rather than trying to put on what he doesn't have and all that weight where he couldn't even figure out how to move with it. So I mean,
he
I
just
don't know.
doesn't.
Yo,
He's not gonna be effective with more weight on him. He's just not.
And that's proven.
I mean, and he still has more weight on him this year.
He still does. He could keep right there.
But right now, right where he is now is
Keep
I
it
think
right there.
exactly where he needs to be. I think
like
he said he's like at
265.
250. Yeah, I think he said he's 250 right now.
Oh, damn.
So,
He lost a lot.
yeah.
You know what? No,
Yeah.
because he was up to 280. He lost 30. Yeah, 250. That's fine.
Yeah, that's
fine.
exactly where he needs to be, bro.
Yeah, because when he was heavier, you saw it. Like he was
Couldn't move.
breathing heavy.
Yeah.
He couldn't get out to the perimeter. He couldn't contest shots. Like it was just like, all right, what are you doing? Like, but I don't know, man. Like I really would. Seeing these guys and growing up, like seeing these guys grow up on this team, like I was watching Knox tonight in that fourth quarter, and I'm like, damn, bro, it's really over.
Yeah.
It's really
Yo,
over.
That bothers me though, bro, because he's gonna go somewhere else and have a role. You know he is too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know he is, bro.
It's
He's
just the
six
motive.
eight.
He's not motivated to be here.
I
I
don't
think.
even believe that though, bro. Like, why would I be motivated to be here though when I don't play? I guarantee you, if you give this kid burn,
But he
he
always
could
look
give you
expressionless
positive.
though.
I
But
think he'll give you
I,
positive stats, but
I
the thing
think he
about Knox
will.
is
Yeah,
he's not good enough for
he
you to
will.
not play someone else over him. That's
But,
his issue, and
yeah,
he
I'm
has to
sorry,
play
bro.
a lot in order for him
I'm
to do
sorry,
that.
but like I watch Phoenix, bro, right? And
Mhm.
I watch this kid Cam Johnson. Like Knox could fill a role like Cam Johnson, bro.
He can, but Cam
Like we're not.
also is way first of all his IQ is a lot higher than Knox's. Knox makes
Well,
a
he's
lot
like
of
it's like
bonehead.
26, bro.
True, true, true.
Mm.
But I mean, to me, it's like there was play tonight where Knox, on defense, where it was like he made a tough play, and it's like he doesn't even get upset anymore at himself when he doesn't do well, and like that's kind of like what I'm like, damn, bro,
He looks the same throughout.
I think the guy was driving, he fouled him, and he was just like it wasn't like, damn, I missed the shot. Like, because there was a lead up to him actually fouling that guy. Like, I think he actually did something. I'm not entirely too sure. But I think he came down the court
Yeah, he was
because,
with him.
yeah, he was with him. He was trying to, like, stop the play because clearly it didn't work well on offense. And he just got pushed out the way. And it's a guy that we don't even know his name.
Yeah, but what's frustrating to me is that every time, like, when we're shorthanded and we got to call his number, like, a lot of the times he give you positive minutes, yo. He
Yeah.
hits some corner 3s, and it's just like this dude could play in the league, yo.
He
Yeah,
can play. He could definitely play in the
He
league.
can, but he's just not reliable. And what he does a lot of times is he forces shots, which is never good because the same way
But
a
he don't even
3-point
really do
shooter,
that anymore, though.
he doesn't play, so he doesn't really do much of anything. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is what what
I
what
see
a
what you did there.
what a 3-point shooter can do is he can get you out of a hole, but he also can dig a hole deeper. And I think Knox is the type of person that will dig you deeper more times than he will get you out of a hole. So
Right.
that's why
I don't know about that, bro.
I
I don't know, man. He hasn't proved to
Yeah,
me that he can
yeah,
actually be completely positive yet.
yeah.
yeah. He's gonna go somewhere else, yo, and he's gonna have a role, bro. And then we're gonna be like, how come you didn't do that in New York?
Nah,
Actually, I
I
hope
don't
so.
think
I
anybody's
hope so.
gonna say that. I
I
don't think
hope so.
anybody's gonna say that.
I really hope so. But
had
that
a
thing
shot.
my third eye
Did he though?
catches.
He had a
was.
shot his rookie year, and then they benched him.
No,
it wasn't.
he had
It
a
wasn't
shot.
like that.
No, he was fine. I think the problem was when they brought in Mook. That's what messed him up because he was supposed to be the starter. They brought in Mook, and Mook obviously was the better forward. So they went with Mook, and he was coming off the bench, and it just didn't sit right with Knox. Like certain guys, you can't knock them off that pedestal because
Like
once
they brought in Mook and Julius, so there was like almost no place for him, yo.
no place for him. So,
but he still was coming off he was still getting minutes. It just
Under
didn't have
David,
him starting.
if you
under
look at
David fucking Fizdale.
Yeah. Right, but that's a whole other thing, though. That's a whole other thing. I mean,
that matters.
Yes, it does matter, but as a player, and you're getting minutes, you got to make the best of those minutes. Who cares what who the coach is, and what's happening? Like you got to show up. Like Morris, he was still getting buckets. Like it doesn't matter. And then he went to LA, and we know what he's doing over there. But
that dude's a pro's pro though, bro.
Yeah, he's a super pro.
Like he been around for a minute, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and he know how to get in where he fit in. Plus, he's an alpha dog, bro.
Yeah.
Alpha
He's
mentality.
a complete alpha dog.
Yeah.
Complete. Even if he wasn't better than Knox probably wouldn't have started because Knox would have probably seen him and tucked his tail between his legs. But
real talk, bro.
Yeah, he's still a kid.
He's still a kid. Like I don't think Knox is out of the league. I do think he will have an opportunity. I don't think he'll ever be a starter unless like something inhumane happens.
Nah, I don't think he'll be a starter, but I think he could be a guy to come up the bench, stand in the corner, and shoot 45%, bro.
Yep.
He'll be like the Gallinari to a Hawks team or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have to be the starter. He'll come in and he'll hit timely shots, and if he's not on fire, the coach will sit him. You know what I'm saying?
The Bobby Portis of the
Bobby Portis
Bucks.
kind of, but it takes guys longer like that to bloom, and
That's fine.
he just doesn't have the opportunity here, especially with this coach. I see a lot of coaches around the league. They not only develop their young guys, but they just give them minutes and to be successful. And I kind of wish Tibbs did that a little bit more.
But to be fair, like you said earlier, bro, like who's he gonna play over? Like is he playing over Burks? Like there's really nobody here who
I can't name anybody who.
There's nobody here who he should play over.
I don't know anyone that he's outplaying right now.
Yeah, exactly. So Wayne Selden. I can't be mad at Tibbs.
He's outplaying Wayne Selden.
Well, Wayne Selden is not even on the team no more. They sent him back to whatever 8 countries that
it was like, they said, Knox is better than you, bro. That's all we gotta say. Have a good one. That was pretty much it.
For some reason, bro, like I thought Wayne Selden was like, when I watched him in Summer League, I thought he was bigger.
Yeah, he's like 6'4".
Then when I watched him in the regular season, I'm like, this guy's small, yo.
He's small. No, you know what? I used to watch him in college. I forgot what school. Kansas, maybe?
Kansas,
yes.
He's a big-time scorer at Kansas, too.
Beast at Kansas.
Yeah.
He was a beast at Kansas. So I'm like, this dude's going to be real. And he gets to the league, and I start seeing him next to other NBA guys. I'm like, oh, he's a...
That always happens.
He's just like
the league. The league is different, bro.
The league is different.
The league is different, man. Remember that? What was the other dude that played for the Knicks? Douglas
McDermott.
No, Douglas McRoberts.
Yes, my bad. I said McDermott. Douglas
something
McRoberts.
Douglas Roberts or something like that. That dude, bro.
Something Douglas Roberts. Chris Douglas Roberts.
Chris Douglas Roberts.
Chris, yes.
Yo,
Chris
that dude. I thought, man, this guy. I watched him in college. I'm like, man, this guy's gonna be a menace on the wing in the NBA. And then I didn't know how good he was gonna be as far as like an offensive player.
Yeah.
But I thought that he would be like this great energy guy, cause mad problems for wing players. Mm-hmm. But then I looked at him standing next to other wings in the NBA. I'm like, this guy's 6'4".
He's mad small. Yeah, like what's going on here? Like, and you don't really realize that. Like when we got, I say it all the time. What's his name? The guy that got shot at the club.
Clean
Early.
Yeah.
When we got him, I kind of knew we were kind of asked out. And it's, no disrespect, because I actually liked him. I actually watched him play because I went to RCC. He went to Sullivan. They played each other. Like I saw him actually play in person when he was in JUCO, and I was a fan. Like the kid was like a monster. But then I start to see him. Then he went to Wichita State, and I'm starting to see him play like power forward, and I'm like, oh, he's killing it over there, power forward. But then this entire time, I'm not realizing that he's 6'7", playing power forward, and he
ain't Charles Barkley,
and he's not Charles Barkley. He gets to the league, and automatically they make him a small forward. He has no moves, and he can't create. And it's like we don't realize how often that happens.
The league is different.
This guy's 3-4 inches taller than you doing what you do. You know what
that's why. Yeah, I was watching. Remember the Knicks played Toronto.
Yeah.
And if you remember the beginning of that game, like OG was just having his way with RJ,
going crazy.
Right?
He's a buck anyway, though.
Somebody's like, "Oh, RJ's getting bullied by OG," and I'm like, "Do you see the size of OG?
Have you watched Obi play? Is Obi?
Like,
what's his name?
OG Anunoby.
Yeah,
like,
Anunoby. Yeah.
Like, do you see the size of him? Like,
have you seen him versus other teams?
Somebody was like, "Oh, he's like 6'7". I'm like, that kid is a legit 6'8" and change, yo, and he's like 230 pounds. RJ is 6'6", 210, bro.
Yeah,
like he's giving up a lot of size.
A lot of size, especially because OG. To be honest with you, like that dude looks like the guy who just lifted weights growing up, and that's all he did. Like he wasn't really like trying to. He like picked up a ball and like open runs type shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look to me. It didn't look like he didn't pick up a ball until he got to the G League, and he was like, "Oh, this is how you shoot a 3." But it was like weird because he was like a ball of muscle. Like that's all he was just bullying everybody. But then he just started to sharpen his tools, and then I mean now he's a serviceable 3-point shooter. But you know, when he came in, he was raw, bro, and he was like straight muscle. That's all he was.
Yeah. I dead ass told dude, bro, if you're looking at your television screen and you think that RJ and OG are the same size, Godspeed, bro.
Something's wrong with your glasses, bro. You gotta get new joints.
Godspeed, yo.
You gotta get some new joints. So let me see. He
quickly,
said,
bro, quickly.
Oh, we're gonna get it. Yeah.
I had a problem quickly.
Jose Garcia said, "I'd rather have anyone else besides Fournier, Grimes, Knox, anyone." Fournier played a good game tonight. He played a good game tonight.
Yeah, he did right.
And this is somebody who I can't stand watching Fournier play half the time because he plays selfishly.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
Hold on, you got to unpack that, bro.
Okay. My problem with Fournier is he's okay. Well, all right. He doesn't play selfishly. He plays like a shooter. And I guess
that's what they bought him here for.
What he is. So I really can't. I don't have an argument. Yeah. He plays like a shooter, which means
that's what they bought him here
he's
for.
He's not going to pass the ball. He's going to look for his own shot.
But
they bought him here. They bought him here to play the same role as Reggie Bullock with a handle.
Right. But would you choose Knox over Fournier?
No,
absolutely not. Shit,
because that's what he just said.
Wait, did he just say that?
Yeah,
Jose, yeah, child, bro. Like that was wild. Knox?
I mean, say what you want to say, but Evan is a proven 18-point per game scorer in the NBA, bro. Yeah, that can't go unnoticed, though.
My problem with Evan is the fact that he needs a lot of shots to be effective. Like tonight, how many shots did he have tonight? Let's put this back up. Tonight, Evan he was 5 for 12. And that's kind of what I was saying to you guys, Rick. If he's shooting around 10 shots a game and he's fine with that, cool. But the moment he starts to shoot around 15, 20, like we're not going to have an efficient game out of him. He might score a lot, but out of those 20 shots, he might give you 9.
Unless he's going 10 or 14 from 3.
Yeah, right. That one Unless time that happened versus the Celtics.
That was, but that was crazy. 10 or 14 is absurd against anybody.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And he looks like he's figured something out. Well, he's bringing it to the next game because tonight, look, he had 18 points.
He was solid tonight.
5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and that's been my thing. If you're going to be in the floor and you're not going to score, or your shot isn't going to be falling, do other things.
Yeah.
But when he's having a game like tonight, where he has 18 points and he's playing good defense, he has 5 rebounds, he has 2 assists, 2 steals. You can't complain about him.
Yeah.
You can't complain.
Speaking of defense,
but I still don't want him as my starter.
I agree with that.
That's it.
But let's speak on his defense for a second.
Better than we thought.
Because look,
it's better than we thought. It's bad.
No. Listen,
it was.
No, but listen, bro. Like throughout his career, he's been like a league average defender. Average. Like all the metrics point to the fact that he's an average NBA defender. He's been below average this year, but then you see him play this great defense against Jason Tatum, and you're like, bruh.
Yeah, because he has to be motivated. Well, I think also he's practiced a lot with Jason. He knows his role.
But what are we doing though, bro? Like we know that you could play defense. Everything in your career before you got here points to the fact that you're capable of playing defense. So don't come here now where
not play defense.
The microscope is gonna be on you defensively, and now all of a sudden you're incapable of playing defense. Nah, bro, because you had a bad steak.
I just don't feel he can do it every night, though. He can't do that.
He had a bad steak. That shit was funny. I don't know, bro. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, I just don't think he can do it every night. Like even
why can't he?
I don't think he has it in him. Like,
I don't want him here. Well, then I don't want him here.
I don't want him starting. I don't want him starting. Like, let's start there. Like, I don't want to kick him all the way off the team yet. Let's just see if he can come off the bench and bring you something. Like
you don't want him off the bench though.
Why not?
For the exact reason that you said. Like it takes a lot of shots for him to be productive.
Well, I think that's Cap.
But you're not going to get those shots.
I don't mind.
I think that's Cap's points though. I think Cap's point is that he'll probably get more opportunities coming off the bench because he'll be the guy off the bench.
Off the bench, like I don't mind you taking 15 shots if you're coming off the bench and we can't get Obi to hit a three. The only person that's shooting is Quickly, and he has the ball in his hands. Like, if we don't have any other guys that can make a shot, hell yeah, throw Evan out there and let him get 15 shots.
Yeah, but
Quentin
if
Grimes.
he's not hitting them.
Quentin Grimes.
Quentin Grimes was channeling H2O tonight.
But he was. And that's my thing though, Rick. Like, if he's not hitting off the bench, that's fine. He's off the bench. Like, he's not gonna play much, you know.
Yeah,
like,
but you're digging a hole for the team. Same reason before, like those type.
Nah. Because look at Obi. Obi played 14 minutes tonight.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm
Obi
saying?
wasn't shooting threes.
He played 14 minutes because he played a lot of garbage time too.
Nah,
Yeah,
well,
to be fair.
he definitely was gonna be under 10 minutes.
He was disappointed with himself too. He's sitting on the bench, like just rethinking his whole life.
But he really hasn't been good lately though. We got to talk about it, bro.
He was 3 for 4. Like,
that was in garbage time, bro. He had like 3 alley-oops in garbage time.
He needs the minutes though. That's my point. He
does need the minutes, but
he needs the minutes, bro.
No, but he hasn't gotten the minutes because he hasn't been that same energy guy that he was for a large part of the season, though.
I think his energy is still the same, but I just feel like he doesn't make the right place.
You know what it is? But the energy is connected to Quickly, and he hasn't played a lot of consistent minutes with Quickly because of the guys that's been in and out of the rotation.
That I agree with.
You know what I'm saying?
That I agree with.
He gets a lot of assists from Quickly.
Yeah, because that dude, his numbers, like his minutes have been down because that impact. Like when he would have the Garden rocking. When was the last time he really had the Garden rocking like that? Not counting tonight in garbage time.
The East Bay dunk.
Yeah, that dunk against the Hawks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah,
at this point,
that was Christmas.
Well, stretch. We know Obi's had tough stretches before, and he rebounds from them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to beat up on him, especially when he gets 9 minutes a game. But that's kind of my point. I feel like if you can give Obi 15 around, even what he got tonight, let's say he averaged 14 minutes a game. You have Quickly starting, so that means you have Evan off the bench with Quentin Grimes. I don't have an issue with that lineup at all because you're gonna have a lot of space for Obi to do whatever the hell he needs to do. Who's really out there on if we're having starting lineups having problems guarding Evan Fournier, who's in the second unit is going to give him fits? You know what I'm saying? I think he can really go out there and just play his game, the game he wants to play, the game he was playing in Orlando when he could just run around and just do his thing.
Evan is a good player, bro. Like he hasn't been good for us this year, unfortunately. But
as a starter, I think you got to give him opportunity.
He's proven, bro, that he could play in this league. So I don't want to hear anything about people saying that he's a bum and all of this stuff. I'm not a big Fournier fan. Yeah. I always say he was fake good, right?
He was fake good.
but he could play in this league, bro.
He could play, but he's not a starter. That's just at this point in his career. He has been.
I would agree with that. I could agree with that. At this point
in his career, I think he should transition slowly into being that 6-man guy. Like, I don't see why you can't just go get him a 6-man of the year award right now. Like, he would kill that award. Like, 41 points after 0 points. Clearly, you're a torch, and you can just light up out of nowhere. You need the consistent touches. So, get that in.
And honestly, I don't want him taking touches away from Rome.
RJ and Julius. No, especially RJ. Yeah. Nope at all. And, the night he had 41, I was okay with him taking those shots away from RJ because he took a lot of shots from RJ that night.
So I'm not against putting him on the bench and throwing Grimes in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right, and have RJ come on screen and roll and let Grimes get some wide open catch and shoot. Because RJ is lethal coming up the screen and finding that guy in the corner.
Yo, and that's what I was saying last game. His playmaking, he's way more unselfish than Julius. Like I said, his assist numbers don't show how unselfish he is.
But you're right. But remember who he played with in school. So, like, I think
Zion?
Yeah. So, like, everybody was Zion this, Zion that. You didn't really hear much about RJ.
Yeah.
So, and RJ was definitely a force in his own right.
They average the same amount of points.
So I think he's used to playing second fiddle, for lack of a better term. So he's all right with Julius, and I think he looks up to Julius. But at the same time, he's gonna play his game.
I think he does, Kat. I really think he does.
He does what?
Because you kind of did that.
No. I was saying
he said he looks up to Julius.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the second fiddle thing. I was only saying that because coming into that Duke season, he was the guy. It wasn't Zion.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and that gives even more credit to what type of kid he is.
So what type of kid he
is. He could have pouted and been like, I was supposed to be. I was the guy who was the number one recruit. I was the number one recruit coming out of high school. Not this dude. Who's this guy? But he was just like, this dude's an animal.
Yeah, and that's he's on my team.
And then he did that in college, learned his lesson, and came in the NBA and did it right away with Julius. Like it was. And
do you remember what was one of the knocks on RJ coming into the league? He had tunnel vision. He was selfish.
Tunnel vision.
But I never bought that though because of what we just said.
I watched him play.
Because we watched him fall back and let Zion have the shine. And when Zion was out, when he blew the shoe, RJ was like, I got it.
Threw the book back right on. That was it. Did they lose? No, they might have lost one game.
They lost at least one game. I think they lost to Virginia Tech.
Yeah. It was one game, but it was a close game too. It wasn't like they got blown out.
Yeah, it was a close game.
But I think they gotta stick with RJ, bro. Like I think this team operates better when there's a wing with the ball in his hands instead of the big.
And that's every team, bro. Like how long I've been saying, you heard me say it all the time. People say the Knicks need a point guard, the Knicks need a center. Man, screw all that, bro. We need a wing, a ball handling wing who could create plays and could create shots.
Let's not screw all of it.
Bro,
not just yet. You do have to fill.
You're right.
You have to fill those positions, but as far as what wins championships, wings win championships, and not in today's league, bro. Yeah, you gotta have a wing that's creating shots, man.
We need to find the next Ray Allen, man. That guy.
I mean, Grimes is pretty close.
Grimes is a confident shooter.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. By next season, the way Tibbs plays Grimes, he plays him like he has the intentions of giving him a major role in the future. Maybe not right now, bro. He loves that kid.
He does.
He loves both rookies though.
Yeah, he loves both. It's just that
it's no space for he said Deuce coming out of college was one of the best two-way point guard prospects he had ever seen.
Yep, ever. He really, really wants to play that kid. It's just he's in a bind right now, bro.
And people say Tibbs hates rookies. Tibbs hates rookies. Tibbs can't stand rookies. That's not true. How do you get these guys in there, bro? Like there are guys that deserve to play over them. Unfortunately,
they just do. He can't take the minutes. Deuce, imagine him playing Deuce over Kemba Walker.
Yeah, like that's not.
Do you know what's going to happen to him?
Yeah, we didn't bring Kemba here. We didn't bring Kemba here to have Deuce McBride play over him. Yeah,
right.
Maybe Derek, but not Deuce. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not even.
He would never do Derek. He would never do anything over that. Like Derek, that's his guy.
That's his guy, right? So, and that's kind of the issue that I've always had with Tibbs is that all right, if Rose is here, you gotta have you a number one who is like a number one. He's a true number one. He's not like he could come off the bench this game because of the matchup. Nah, like he has to be your starting point guard. Like that's that. Because if not, he's gonna throw Derrick Rose in there. Like he's just going to do it. If he has any doubt about you, he's gonna throw Derrick right in there.
And to be perfectly honest, so far in his tenure, he hasn't been wrong about throwing Derrick Rose.
No, exactly. So
sadly, it's sad. But yeah, man, I don't want to beat too much on this game. We can touch on real quick. I think
gotta touch on quickly, bro.
We really skipped over.
Hey, where do we go?
My bad.
There's only one thing that go ahead, go through the thing.
Just real quick, quickly, 5 for 12 from the field. He had a great game tonight. I just like the energy he brought to the game. 2 for 5 from 3, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 12 points from the field. He had the highest plus minus on the team with 17.
By
In
the way,
only 25 minutes.
Julius with 2 points in 33 minutes, second on the
Plus
team in plus
16.
minus.
Second on the team in plus minus. You know what I mean?
Just wanted since y'all love that stat so much, I just wanted to point that out.
Right,
Starting 5 in the positive. So I mean,
the whole starting 5 of them. The only one that's in the negatives is OB, Knox, McBride, Jericho.
Yeah, all the garbage minutes.
Damn, I feel bad for Jericho, bro. It's
another guy, bro. It's just like, do you really play him over? Like Taj plays great. Like Taj brings it. Taj brings it every night, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna play him over Taj, Nerlens, or Mitch. Like
you just can't do it, yo.
Not gonna happen.
I would play him over Nerlens, but you know
I'm playing over Nerlens.
I would too.
I'm not a big Nerlens guy though, bro.
I mean, Nerlens can catch the ball. We're not gonna do this. All right, so what were you gonna say?
Quickly.
Yes, quickly. He's learning how to run the offense a little bit better.
Yes,
I think so.
A lot of bit better.
A lot of it better, and he needs the minutes. The minutes. It's obvious that it's minutes. He doesn't get the minutes at this position while Derek is there, while Kemba is there. That's why this is very, very important for his development, for him to take every single possession as a learning lesson, because he's not gonna have these minutes all season. It's not gonna happen. Even if he plays lights out, he's still not gonna be able to start over these guys.
Forget about his offense for a second.
His defense.
Can we talk about the other side of the ball, bro?
That boy's been playing defense. Listen, and this is what my excitement was.
Every screen, bro.
But this is what my excitement was with him. He's 6'3". I think
with a 6'9"
wingspan. 6'9" wingspan, and he can shoot. Like, since when did somebody with long arms can shoot? Like that doesn't really happen that often. You know what I'm saying? Especially at the point guard position. You know what I mean? So you kind of have a guy. You gotta just let him fill out his game. Like, let him make some bumps and bruises. Like, he's starting to hit that mid range. I was like, every time I see it, I don't yell.
The last two games.
Every time I see it, I'm like, okay, quick.
Yeah. And he's hunting the mid range shot now.
He's looking because it's the easiest shot in the game. No one, you get guarded the Phoenix Suns there.
Yeah, if the Phoenix Suns didn't show us one thing, they showed us that shot is available all night, bro.
Night long, because in this league, you're either taking threes or you're making layups. So no defense really game plan for mid range. Like, they don't game plan for mid range.
You play the Suns, bro, in the playoffs last year. It was death by 1,000 paper cuts, yo.
Yeah, it's like
that's what Murray was doing all night tonight. He was just hitting that mid range shot.
Yeah,
and it just seemed like it was wide open.
Because it is. I mean, especially when you get someone on your hip and you fade off of them.
Yeah,
it's unguardable. There's no one in the league, unless you're Giannis, that if somebody's driving on you and they get that bump on you off the hip and they go into a fade, no one else outside of Giannis can block that or even contest it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why Dirk went to it his entire career.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like the mid range is not dead, guys. What's going on here? Like, I've been saying it ever since Quickly got into the league. I said the moment he starts hitting these mid ranges, it will open his game entirely, because now it's not just 3-pointers. Like, Quickly used to only look for 3-pointers, guys. Like,
you heard what Trae Young said.
What'd he say?
He said that was the number one thing that he was looking to add to his bag. He said he watched Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He said I want to add that to my bag. So guys are aware of it, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And even RJ starting to do the little swing, swivel around the pick,
stop and turn around jump.
Yeah, because now he's even starting to go around the pick, and then he'll go from the right side and he'll snake all the way to the foul line and just pull up. And I'm like, yo, dude, you went basically you started here, you went all the way here, and you came right back to the same spot, just at the mid range. Yeah. But it's open. It will be open every single time. And whenever he shoots it, he's wide open. So that's why sometimes he might rush it and it'll hit off back iron, but he's starting to see that it's there.
And he's 6'6", bro. So once he gets in that area, he could get that shot off.
And he's big. He's a
Yeah.
big dude. Like
Yeah.
RJ, he's not OG Anunoby, but for someone at that age, like OG's also, how old is OG?
Probably 23,
Yeah, he look
24.
young.
If I had to guess.
Yeah, because I'm sure he played all 4 years, if not 3 years, maybe. And then he had some years that he played outside of college. So I mean, I gotta see how old is OG Anunoby, because now that'll say a lot about his development, because I saw him develop pretty well. And
Yo, whatever Toronto got in the water out there, bro, need to send some of it. Send some of that over this way.
he's 24, like you said, he's 24.
Hmm.
6'7". Yeah, that dude is an ox.
He's not 6'7", bro.
He's 6'8".
Yeah.
He's 6'8".
Yeah, he's not 6'7", bro. I don't care what nobody say.
To me, when I look at him, he's the same height as Kawhi, and Kawhi's not 6'7".
Yeah, that kid's not 6'7", bro.
No, that kid is he's a that team. And then they got, first of all, what's going on with Pascal Siakam? Like, he's fallen off ever since Kawhi left that team, bro.
He ain't the man no more. Van Vliet, that's Van Vliet team now, bro.
But they took so many other options off. Like, when he was doing pretty good, it was him, Van Vliet, Kawhi. Who else?
Lowry.
So I don't know. I know Siakam cooked us though, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was earlier in the season though.
No. The other day we played him.
Even in the last game, he gave us fits.
I missed that game.
But he's just linky. He's the kind of guy.
Be happy you missed that game.
I am.
That wasn't a fun game.
I am. I hate watching garbage games, man.
The Knicks was starting their offense at half court. Yeah. Everybody laughed at my comment, but I was like really mad when I made the comment. I was like, why are the Knicks starting it? Why are the Knicks doing dribble handoffs at half court?
I saw you write that. That was pretty funny.
I was mad. I was mad because people were laughing at the comment, and I'm like, yo, like that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's seriously happening right now. Like, no, but Obi he's the main culprit with the dribble handoffs. Like, he's got to figure out another way to like touch the ball outside of dribble handles, because it's like he gets it and then he wish he waits for the
he's
guy.
Not a ball handler though. Yeah, I think
I just wish that like, because sometimes I see him get the ball and like he's in no man's land, but there's like nobody guarding him.
Right.
Yeah. It's like
just
shoot that shit.
And the thing is, like, he don't even dribble. He's holding the ball, looking for the pass. Like, put the ball on the floor.
And that's what I don't like about his dribble handoffs. It's because he'll literally look at the guy come like,
that's why I laugh. That's why I laugh. This is why I laugh at people, because it's comical to me when they say that we should bench Julius and start Obi, and it's just like,
do you
how?
Be that frustrated?
Like we seen. So all right. Let's talk about those 2 games without Julius, right? Since we pretty much done with this. We pretty much done with this game, right?
Done with this game. It's done with this game.
Well,
we could talk about Burks. Burks played good tonight.
You got anything else to say about the game, Rick?
Well, with IQ, like he had an open layup and passed it out to the 3-point line when he had a wide open layup, and then ended up getting a 3-second defensive call.
Oh,
he was wide open. Yeah. He's wide open.
And Mitch was standing there with nobody like around either.
Exactly. That's why they got the 3-second, because
Mitch was waiting for the ball. Like, yo,
it made no sense to me. That was very confusing, and it was like there was like a bonehead play right before that I think Grimes did, and then this one I was just like, what's happening? It's like anytime y'all get the lead.
Yeah, you know what it was though, Rick? I think they was feeling real good. The ball was flying around, and I think that they just got carried away with the passing.
They definitely did.
He did it the other day though, where I think he was on a fast break. It was one person in the paint, but there was two people running with him on the fast break. He was in the middle, and he drove to the paint and then he literally backed all the way out.
It was just like, and forget about that fast
and then
break.
Missed it. And I was like, this is why you get pulled. This is why.
I know exactly what you're talking about. But that was, to his credit, that wasn't all his fault. That was Obi's fault.
Yeah. Obi didn't run the right.
He didn't
because Obi should have, as soon as he got the ball, because I think it was a steal or something.
Mm-hmm.
Obi should have passed it to quickly,
Yeah.
but he didn't. He dribbled and then he passed it to quickly.
Yeah.
If he would have passed it to quickly as soon as he got it, that would have set up
would
a
have opened
lot.
everything up. Yeah. Because what they did at that moment is they just moved off of him and they just jumped to the other guy, and it was just like, all right, you took all of the space away. Like you could have just had, but then we became a meme again because people people who don't even watch ball sent me that clip. Like, yo, dude, like, tell me what's this about? Like, really? This is what we doing now? I'm like, yo, watch a game before you talk shit to me, bro. Like, don't do that shit. They really sent me the clip of this dude like backpedaling to the 3-point line and missing it. Like, yo, tell me, is this the good? I'm like, yo, stop it. But anyway, go ahead. What were you gonna say about the 2 games Julius wasn't here?
Yeah, so the game against the Thunder, right? So you watched that game, it looked like on offense the Knicks got whatever they wanted and they just missed everything. But like, if you watch the Thunder play, like, I don't know if you ever watched the Thunder play. Like, the Thunder literally concede the 3 and they just play the percentages.
Right.
Like, they're not trying to get out and pressure the ball or do any of that. Like, they play the percentages, and if you miss, we'll beat you. But if you make them that night, we'll lose. Like, we're not that good anyway.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's true. That's facts.
So everybody's like, "Oh, the Knicks played great with our run. They just didn't make shots." All right, cool story. Then you went up to Toronto.
You should have knew that.
And Toronto actually gets after the ball. Yeah.
And now you see what it really looks like.
Now, we would not have won that game even with Julius. I just want to be clear with that. Toronto was so much better than us that night. We were not winning that game even with Julius. In fact, I think Julius would have had a tough night.
Yeah, they would have doubled him. It would have been another one of those games.
They'd have put one of those 6'8" guys on them, and they would have beat him up. They would have put Barnes, Siakam,
Scotty Barnes, Siakam,
all of them. OG, all those guys would have been beating him up all night. He would not have had a good game, and we would have lost anyway.
Yeah.
But you seen the offense, bro, starting at like half court, like Obi out there just looking clueless. And you see what you get, bro. You see what you get, yo. I'm telling you, man, as much as we want to make fun of Julius and say Julius is trash, Julius is a bum, he's the best we got, yo. He's our best chance at winning right now, fellas, whether we like it or not.
I mean, he's a starter team. He used to be a bum. I think he improved greatly. I mean, I think even the NBA recognized that. But
he used to be a bum.
He used to. He really
he
did.
Never, he was. Let's be fair though, bro. He was never a bum, yeah.
Yeah, he was. he would make the most boneheaded.
Oh yeah,
he still does, but he still does that though.
Nah, he scaled that way back. He scaled that way back.
A frustrating player. He always was a frustrating player because
like last year he still did dumb stuff. He just hit every jump shot like that was available.
That was a dumbass play, but you made it. It was a good shot.
Right. He has improved though.
Like this year they hate him because those same shots he's taking the same shots. They're not going in this year.
Yeah. Well, also my problem with him is his aggression, and he takes games off. Like tonight, I would have liked to see him get a little bit more aggressive while still being passive to RJ. You know what I'm saying?
When he went 1 for 4, right? Because he hit his first shot.
Yeah.
And then he shot like 3 more step backs, and he went 1 for 4. At that point, I was thinking to myself, all right, bro, you got to go to the cup. Like, there's nobody in there besides Pirtle.
Right.
Like, go at this dude.
Right.
And then he proceeded to take 3 more perimeter jump shots. It's just like, all right, this is what you want tonight. And then he was like, you know what? Never mind tonight. Yeah, I'm done.
Then it was it. Yo, after that buzzer, the buzzer beating shot after the half, he was I'm good.
Yo, go back and watch that play, bro. He did not want the ball.
He didn't want to watch it. I gotta go back and watch it.
Yeah, I think he was so annoyed that Tibbs was telling him to go get it. Yeah, like he wanted no parts, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Tibbs is out there trying to be a good dad and try to get everybody involved. And Julius is like, nah, man, leave me alone. He's rocking.
Julius is like, yo, this dude just went on an 8-0 run, like a personal 8-0 run. Like, I don't want it, yo.
Yeah.
And then Alec Burks is like, yo, nah, come on. Throws him the ball. Julius is like,
all right.
Jab step back. Yo, why do y'all do this to this guy? What are you doing?
And they said like, and Rafael Macho Gonzalez was like, "Oh, this is a bad look" because he was waving Tibbs off. I'm like, he didn't want the ball, bro. Like there was no reason for him to be the guy.
No.
It's true.
And that's the thing. I think he like RJ hit the shot the other night versus the Celtics. If in my head, I'm like, all right, recently he's had it going. Let's stick with RJ. If it was me, I'd have did the same shit. Like, no, go to RJ. He's good right now.
I'm telling you, he was reading the room and he like, bro, like, he like, bro, don't. They're gonna boo me.
Yo, bro, what did he do? He did something during the third quarter. We're winning. RJ's going off like at this moment, and he did something, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Damn."
He tried to throw a pass, and it got picked up.
He fucked up. Like it's over for you. Like it's really like you really.
Why would y'all poke him though? Y'all know he's sensitive about that.
It's the media's job.
You're the fan, though.
I'm telling you though, bro. The fans, the few fans that were booing are the fans that were mad about STFU.
Yeah,
bro,
but
I don't know. There was a lot more.
It's still your team, though.
There was a lot.
Like, why would you do something that would prevent your team
when we're winning?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's what bothered me. And
like,
I've
never booed it again, bro. I've never booted a game. I don't understand it.
At a game, no, never.
It's weird. It's like weird to me. Like, so I can never get down with it. But like,
I mean, if I have.
But listen.
At a game,
if you wanna boo
in a game,
winning. Yeah, and I never booed. I never booed in my living room.
I shut games off in the third quarter.
I've shut some games off, but I'm not like I think if my fiance heard me in here like boo in my living room, she'd be like, "How old are you, bro? What are you doing, yeah?"
I swear to God, if my wife probably heard me saying boo, she'd be like, "What's wrong with you?"
Like,
they can't hear you, right?
I think that she would be much more like. She'd be much more receptive if I was just like screaming like at the screen or something. But if she just heard me in here like boo, she'd be like, "The hell's the matter with you, bro?"
Like not even like mad. Just what are you doing?
I wish I had $1 for every time I said, "What are you doing?"
I say that all the time, bro.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'd be rich. Yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
I'm saying different ways. What are you doing?
Yeah, the Celtics game, bro.
Earlier, somebody did something. I said, "Yo, what is he doing?" He's 8 years old. He has no clue what I'm talking about. He just saw somebody make a play.
Yeah, the Celtics game. I'm watching that junk on my phone because I'm washing dishes, right? And my girl don't know what the hell is going on. She don't even care.
Yeah.
Right? I'm pretty sure she heard me like talking to the phone though.
Mm.
Like it was the play I was telling you about where literally Jaylen Brown drives to the basket and Mitch was there and Mitch was just like, nah. Yeah, I was like, what is this guy doing, yo? Like, how you just
like, what the fuck?
You're just standing there, yo?
Yeah.
She probably like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, because I watched him. I told you I was watching him closely.
Yeah.
I watched him make a business decision.
Yeah. He made a business decision.
And it made me mad because Robert Williams was just swatting everything,
going crazy.
He did not care.
Like, I needed to see a box out, like something, bro. Like, I don't know. But anyway, I
put an elbow in his ribs when he tried to go for one of these blocks next time or something, bro. Stop letting this guy come over from the weak side and just.
Yo, Robinson's lightweight, man. He can't do stuff like that.
He did it for two straight games.
He was jumping over his own teammate, blocking shots. I'm like, where's this guy? Where you come from, bro?
Yeah. And this is the thing that bothered me about him doing it, because I'm looking and I'm saying, if I'm somebody who hasn't got a contract yet, but the guy who plays similar to me that I'm playing against just got the contract that I want.
That's the one, bro.
Why should I not play the way this guy is playing? I'm gonna let him outplay me and show that he's worth more than me.
Now, when you go to the negotiating table, Robert
What are
Williams
you gonna say?
Robert Williams got about 14 million a year, 13 million a year.
This guy's getting.
If I'm like, yo, this dude's better than you.
Prove that he's not.
So what you want? What you want? 9, 10?
Prove to me he's not, because I'm gonna be honest with you, you might be slightly better than you can catch the ball. You're no Nerlens, but you're no Robert Williams. Yeah, and you rebound, but you're no Robert Williams. You're not gonna show up every single night, because that's one thing about Robert Williams. He's not gonna be scared of anybody. Doesn't matter.
Mitch had 0 blocks in 2 games against the Celtics.
Yo, he didn't even try.
And in the second game, he had 4 rebounds.
I think he was just beat. He knew he was beat. He
was beat all right
with the energy. So
that's some sucker. That's some sucker MC shit, bro.
Nah, bro, because
we don't play that in New York, yeah.
Nah, you can't do that shit, because you were definitely balling out the game before that. Like, he was balling. What was that game before the Celtics' first game? Oh my god, and he was going nuts. And he was just like everywhere. He was catching everything.
It's probably the Pistons game.
Yeah, and like once again,
he was playing exactly the way he should have been playing when he put the weight on initially. That's the way that everyone thought he was going to come out, pushing people.
But he had
and dominating the position. But
he had like a 5 or 6 stretch game where he was like an animal.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
And then Boston rolled into town, and he seen Robert Williams, and he was like, nah,
I'm good. Yo, listen, man. When we play against, matter of fact, I want to see the numbers when we played against Jokic. I gotta see what he did that game, because
nothing.
I guarantee you he didn't do anything. I promise you he didn't do anything. Schedule. Let's see. All right. So when we played the Nuggets, that's right over here. Let's see.
Because he probably barely played that game because Jokic was going nuts.
No, he played. He had 22 minutes. Yeah, I would say 22. Jokic had 32, 11, and 5 assists. Right? Fucking crazy. Mitchell Robinson had 4 points and 6 rebounds.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing.
He disappears versus these guys, like consistently. And this is not. I'm not. All right. Let's go to the Bulls game.
Mentally, he can't handle it.
Actually, we won that game. He had 9 points, 8 rebounds. Okay.
And my problem with him is this though. Defensive player of the year, right? That's what he had on his Instagram. Future defensive player of the year. Does this kid actually know what it takes to be DPOY, bro?
Nah,
I don't think he do, bro.
Yo.
But remember when he came into the league, he was getting all them blocks. So I think he's just riding that out. I don't know if he knows
it takes so much more than that, bro.
Another 0 block game versus Robert Williams.
It takes so much energy that you got to put forth every possession, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you watch Rudy Gobert, bro, you watch Draymond Green, like those guys are locked in on defense every single defensive possession. Like they don't give up an inch defensively, bro. Yeah. And like I watch
it's not even like he's scoring on the other end of the court. So put that energy into defense, man. Get it together.
Exactly. Future defensive player of the year.
Damn, bro. Damn. I'm just looking at all of these numbers versus guys that like have big men.
How many blocks did Robert Williams get that game when he got 0?
The first game we had, the first and second Celtics game.
Both of them.
All right.
Because he had 0 in both games, I'm pretty sure.
Who,
0
Mitch?
blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch had 0 blocks in the first game, 7 points, 4 rebounds. While Robert Williams had 6 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 blocks.
He was blocking everything, man. Burks could not see the rim.
Oh, shit, RJ couldn't see the rim either.
Yeah.
And what about the second game?
The second game, Mitch had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 block.
Okay.
Oh, he did have a block. It wasn't memorable.
No, but Robert Williams had 12, 7, 2 assists, and 4 blocks that game.
So this dude had 11 blocks in 2 games.
And to me, at this point, what I'm doing, I'm not trying to compare the two because it's clear who's the better player. I'm trying to see what contract you're gonna walk in there and demand?
Right.
Like, what are you gonna demand anyone in the league?
And does 11, 8, and 1 block even matter if we
If you
lost
lost
by
the game?
24?
Yeah, you lost.
Not
the game
just
by
lost the
24.
game, like we got destroyed.
Wow.
We didn't score 80 that game. We had 75 points.
Yeah.
Like,
Yikes.
teams score 75 in the third quarter.
Right.
Like by the middle
On
of the third
average,
quarter,
yeah.
you're gonna see like, all right, you got 75 points. We shouldn't go an entire game and have 75 points, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's atrocious. But listen, man, I don't want to harp too much on that. We won tonight.
Yes.
Let's stay there. We play the Mavericks on Wednesday.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a nice game. I wonder who plays. But that'll be exciting to see because, you know, if the guy who wears number 6 plays over there, then I think it'll be a fun game.
That game is where?
Really
That's it. That's at the Garden?
That game is it's at the Garden. Oh,
We've been playing better ball at the Garden recently.
Yeah, 4 straight. So you mean
it's
to tell
gonna
me
be a lot of power forwards gonna be getting booed in that game.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah, like KP gonna be getting booed. Julius gonna be getting booed. Boos everywhere. Like, geez, okay.
Yeah, but I hate to say it, like, I hope I'm wrong, but I got a feeling that might be a frustrating night, yo.
I hope not. But they have.
I don't want to have to watch Luka salute, yo. I don't want to have to watch Luka shoot 10 free throws.
Luka's
flopping around and shit.
Luka's gonna come into the Garden and want to have a good game. So that's what the kind of night we're gonna have, okay? Like when Luka wants to have a good game, Luka has a fucking good game.
Yeah, he's going to.
He has a good game. He has.
We gotta hope that we gotta hope, right?
What?
We gotta hope that he settles. You know how he like to settle for those 30-footers. We gotta hope he settles and he misses.
I hope he looks for KP.
Because most games when we beat them, a lot of games when we beat them, it's usually because he settles a lot. Like he settles for that shot a lot, bro.
Yeah.
And when that shit is not going in, they're very beatable. We just can't let Tim Hardaway Jr. be killing us, man.
It's him. It's your boy.
Yeah, my boy. My boy.
What's his name?
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson. Even Trey. Even Trey every now and then comes in and he gives you some buckets. But when their big names aren't hitting, their bench guys are hitting. They usually hit. Like Tim Hardaway, usually he balls out for them. But you know, I'm not really worried about those guys. I just know that they're gonna come in. Everyone tries to have a good game in the Garden because it's Madison Square Garden. I think that's what we have against us. 82 games. 41 games out of a season. Everybody's gonna want to have a good game in the Garden. I don't think it's about the Knicks. And I really truly believe that. I don't think teams come in here caring about busting the Knicks' ass. They want to come in there and have a good game in the Garden.
Want to put on a performance.
Yeah, they want to put on a
Ricky Rubio. It just drives me crazy.
It's annoying to watch. So we got to get guys here that understand that every night the target will be on their back when they're at home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But Pudge says RJ haters. But trust me, man.
For one night at least,
they're still there. Yeah, they're still there. Let RJ have a 14-point performance tonight. Oh, this is your king. Like, yeah, I guarantee you're gonna have those guys. But yeah, man, that's all I really have. We got a nice victory tonight. Hopefully Wednesday night we got more of the same to talk about when it comes to beating.
To get to 500, y'all.
To get to 500. That's something else I wanted to say. We are 20-21 at this point in the season, like Bill Pito continued to say post game. This is exactly
where we were last
year. So at this point, so 20-21.
Let's turn it up. Let's turn it up, boys.
Let's turn it up. Not only that,
we got him right where we want him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then like didn't we add Rose at some point this year? Last year around this time?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we down a Rose right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so but I mean that to say when Rose comes back, I think that'll be the nice.
But we probably looking at another 5 weeks. Man.
Nah, they said 6 to 8 weeks, and that was
like 3 weeks ago.
That was 3 weeks ago. Ooh, I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
That's not much left basketball.
yeah,
Pudge is
that's
back.
not even.
Pudge is back.
Oh
Even
man,
after a win.
get him out of here, man. Get him out of here.
Yo, Pudge. Fire Tibbs, fire what
Give him the
Perry.
Spike Lee treatment, man. Get him out of here.
Wait, what?
Is that true?
That doesn't make sense to me because he's from New York. Why would he do that? Even if he's not playing it.
Just because a guy sells
Where'd
his
you hear
house
that
don't
from?
mean
He
that he's
he's
like,
buying another one, right?
yeah.
He might have bought one in Jersey. You never know.
Maybe he
True.
traded in his house for a penthouse. Like, come on, man.
True.
Or like you said, maybe he bought one in Jersey. Like, we don't know what these guys are doing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got assets, you sell assets, you buy assets. You know how it goes, bro.
Like they were saying, what's his name? Victor Oladipo. They were like, we don't know where he's gonna go. Something about to something. But then he had bought a house. After he bought a house, they were like, yo, I don't know, because now he's spending all of this money crazy. So we're not sure if the Miami Heat are gonna want to keep him around. I'm like, what the fuck you guys talk about?
What does that have to do?
Like
with
that has
anything?
nothing to do with basketball.
It's his money. It's his money.
Yeah.
It's his money. Like what he. But
can you imagine your employer be like, "Oh man, what are we gonna do? He just went and bought a new car." Well, like, who cares?
This dude just spent $5 million on Bitcoin. I don't know about that decision.
Who cares?
Yeah, but I don't know. This I believe though. I do think a trade is coming. I don't know if he's involved in it. If he is, cool. Hopefully, quickly is the guy that's going to be getting some more point guard minutes, and we got a backup in Derrick Rose. I would actually love to see that. Like I was saying to you the other day, addition by subtraction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not all bad. I mean, the only bad is, you wanted the New York kid to come here and you wanted it to work out.
You did.
That's unfortunate. I think that we all desperately wanted it to work out. So.
I think if it was a few years earlier, probably would have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that would have been the perfect time.
It's a sad ending, man. That's all.
Or maybe not, because they didn't love him in Boston, so that would have been a New York year. So who knows?
I was hearing about the Jeremy Grant trade as well. We were interested in that. That puzzles me because he plays Julius Randle's position. That's the only thing
but you could slide him down.
You could
3 too,
or you could just slide.
But they've been saying Turner since last.
Man, I'd rather keep RJ out there.
Season. They were
well, if we keep Fournier, maybe Fournier goes to the bench. Where you want him? Right where you want him, bro.
And then bring Grimes off and start Grimes at the 2 then. Like I like RJ at the 3. I really do like RJ at the 3. I really do. I think
I hear what you're saying.
It allows him to play a position where he can really be effective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But especially because I mean he would be more of a mismatch at the 2, but I think his role is just different when he plays the 2 and he has to shoot more. And I'd rather him just make more than shoot. You know what I'm saying? And shoot when he's open. I like that.
I think he will have the ball though, because Grant is not really a ball handler. He's more of a cutter, slasher, and a guy who hits open threes. So I think that you'll see a lot of RJ pick and roll with Fournier on the bench, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if they can, like if we were talking about earlier, move Mitch to open up an opportunity for him to do that, then I think that's possible. I think it's possible, but I think we definitely got to go. We definitely got to go.
All right.
But
let's wrap it up.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with Rick, Joe from TFE. We will see you guys Wednesday, hopefully after another dub. And we out here, man. Y'all have a good one.